Good morning, all of you. In today's session, we are discussing insect legs. See, in almost all insect, three pairs of legs are there. That is, one pair in prothorax, second pair in mesothorax, and third pair in metathorax. So totally three pairs of legs, that is six legs are there in almost all insects. That's why we placed the insect under class Hexapoda. Insect belong to the class Hexapoda or Insecta. See the structure of an insect leg. An insect leg typically consisting of five main segments. That is one coxa, second one trochanter, third one femur, fourth one tibia, and the last one is the tarsus. Each insect leg typically contains five main segments that are coxa, trochanter, femur, tibia, and tarsus. See about coxa. So this is the coxa. First are proximal segment of insect leg. It is freely movable and articulate with the thoracic pleuron. It a cup-like depression. It fits into this cup-like depression. Coxa. This is the first segment of insect leg. It is freely movable and articulate with the thoracic pleuron at a cup-like depression. Next, trochanter. So this is the trochanter region. Trochanter, it is a second leg segment, usually small and single segmented, but it appears two segmented in dragonflies and damselflies. The apparent second part is actually the projection of the femur, and we called that part is the trochantellus. This apparent projection this is the part of femur, not the part of trochanter. We call that part as trochantellus. Trochanter, it is the second leg segment, usually small and single segmented, but it appears two segmented in dragonflies and damselflies. The apparent second part of that segment is actually a projection of the femur. We called that part as a trochantellus. Next, femur. This is the femur portion. So this is the largest and stoutest leg segment. Which is the largest and stoutest leg segment? Then you have to tell femur is the largest and stoutest leg segment. It is firmly fixed to the trochanter, and it provides power for jumping or movement in many insects. Next come to tibia. So this is the tibia. This is the longest and strongest segment of insect leg. It typically bears spine and spurs, which aid in climbing, gripping, and locomotion. So next part is tarsus. So this is the tarsus region made up of tarsomere. The final leg segment is the tarsus which end in pretarsus. The final end segment is tarsus which end in pretarsus. Tarsus usually divided into smaller segment. See here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This subdivided segment are known as tarsomeres. The first or basal segment of the tarsus is enlarged, and we calling that enlarged segment of the tarsus is the basitarsus. Tarsus, the final leg segment, which end in pretarsus. Usually it is subdivided into smaller segment called tarsomeres. The first or basal segment of the tarsus is often enlarged, and we are calling that segment as basitarsus. Next come to pretarsus. This is the pretarsus region of the insect leg. Pretarsus located beyond the tarsus. It consisting of a pair of claws. See here, these are the pair of claws. This class provides grip on rough surfaces. In between these claws, a median pad is there. In between the claws, median pad is there. That pad is nothing but aurolium. This aid in walking on the smooth surfaces. A pair of lateral pads. A pair of lateral pads at the base of the claws are known as pulvilli. See here important note. While walking, insect do not uses claws and aurolium at a time. While walking, insect alternate the use of claws and pads. Claws are generally used to walk on the rough surfaces. Then, at that time, the pads are retracted. Pads are used to walk on the smooth surfaces. During that time, claws bend upward. Like that, in insect leg, basically 5 segments are there. That is one coxa, second one is trochanter, third one is femur, fourth one is tibia, last one is tarsus, which ends in pretarsus. Pretarsus contain a pair of claws and a median pad, that is the aurolium. Claws is used for walking on the rough surface, and aurolium is used to walk on the smooth surface. Let's see types of insect legs. Insect legs are modified into different types based on their habitat and feeding habits. This modification allows them to perform a wide variety of functions. Let's see. First type of insect leg is ambulatorial legs. These are the walking legs. The function of this leg is walking. So foreleg, that is first pair of leg, and second pair of leg, that is mid leg. Foreleg and mid leg of the grasshopper are the ambulatorial legs. They are used for walking. See the characteristic femur and tibia. Femur and tibia are long, slender, nearly equal in size. Legs are well adapted for walking. Next type is saltatorial legs or jumping leg. The hind leg of the grasshopper is the jumping leg. Jumping or leaping leg. So characteristic coxa is enlarged here. Trochanter is small and fused with femur. Femur is enlarged, rigid, and muscular. Tibia bears spine for support during jumping. Next, see cursorial legs are running legs. These legs are used for running. See the example, all the three pairs of legs in cockroach and ant are the cursorial or running legs. In this type of legs, coxa is swollen, the first segment of the leg. Femur is elongated. Femur is elongated but not swollen. All segments are slender and adapted for speed. Next, see scansorial legs or clinging legs or climbing legs. The function of this leg is climbing or clinging to the host body. All the three pairs of legs in headlouse are scansorial legs or clinging legs. Next, fossorial legs are digging legs. See, these are the four legs of the mole cricket. Are the fossorial legs, are digging legs, are burrowing legs. Their function is digging or burrowing into the soil. So these are there in mole cricket and then next, raptorial legs are grasping or predatory legs. Their function is capturing and holding the prey. The four legs of praying mantis is the raptorial leg or grasping leg or predatory leg. Next, natatorial legs are swimming legs. Their function is swimming in water. The hind legs of water bugs and water beetles are the swimming legs. Next, sticking legs, sticky legs. Their function is clinging on the smooth surfaces. See the example. All the three pairs of legs of housefly are these sticky legs, equipped with adhesive pads that help in walking on the vertical and smooth surfaces. Next leg is clasping leg. Hold, their function is holding onto the female during the mating. See the example, four legs of the male water beetle are the clasping legs. See their characteristic, modify to clasp and hold the female's body securely during copulation. Next, basket-like legs. Basket legs, their function is catching flying prey. So legs of dragonfly and damselfly are the basket legs. These are located just behind their head. Legs are spiny and closely placed, forming a basket-like structure to trap insects which are in the flight. Next, forageal leg are food collecting legs. So their function is collecting and carrying the pollen. Examples see in Honeybees, that is hind legs of honeybees are forageal legs or food collecting legs. In honeybees, the three pairs of the legs are modified for various functions. Forelegs is used for antennal cleaning, midleg is used for wax picking, and hind leg is used for pollen collection. So that are the modification of various kind of legs in various insects based on their habitat. Let's see legs in immature stages of insect, that is in larval stages. Insect larvae exhibit two distinct type of legs, that is thoracic legs, and second one is the abdominal legs. Thoracic legs are also known as true legs because these legs come into their adult stage. Thoracic legs are found on the three thoracic segment. See here, first thoracic segment, second thoracic segment, third thoracic segment. Each thoracic segment have a pair of legs that are the thoracic legs or true legs. These legs are jointed and segmented, used for walking and crawling. They resemble the legs of adult insects. That's why the name thoracic legs are true legs. Next, see abdominal legs or prolegs or pseudolegs. These legs do not come into the adult stage. That's why the name pseudolegs. Found in the abdominal segments, these legs are unsegmented, fleshy, and short. Not true leg. That's why we are calling them as prolegs or pseudoleg. Present in larval stage of Lepidoptera and some other insect orders. See the structure of each proleg. The lower surface of proleg is known as planta. This planta bear hook-like structure are known as crotchets. These crotchets are arranged in circular or semicircular manner. They help in gripping onto the surface. In case of softfly larvae, that is in Hymenopteran order insect, crotchets are absent, making them lose grip easily and fall when we disturbed by touching. Making them lose grip easily and fall when disturbed or touched. See the larval classification based on the position of prolegs. We are classifying larvae based on the position of the prolegs. In Lepidopteran larvae, that is caterpillar, the number and position of the prolegs, that is abdominal leg, vary and form the basis for classification into three main types. That is one looper, second one semi-looper, and third one is the caterpillar. Looper, see here image, this is the looper. We also called it as inchworm or earth measurer. In this looper, prolegs are there on the 6th and 6th and 10th abdominal segment. Middle segment lack prolegs. See here, there is no proleg in this region. So larva moves in a looping or inching motion by drawing the hind body forward and then extend the front. So example, this kind of larvae is there in geometrid moth larvae. Semilooper. In semilooper, prolegs are there on 5th, 6th and 10th abdominal segment. So this is the intermediate between looper and typical caterpillar moves in a partial looping fashion. That's why the name semilooper. Example, cabbage semilooper trichopulsiani. Next, caterpillar. It is a typical larvae. In this larvae, prolegs are there on 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th and 10th abdominal segment. Totally 5 pairs of prolegs are there. Has well developed prolegs. Movement is more stable and crawling. So larvae of most moth and butterfly contain these 5 pairs of prolegs or pseudolegs or abdominal legs on their abdomen. Thank you. Thank you all. Let's see the objective type questions on insect leg. So the insect leg is mainly used for A. Digestion, B. Respiration, C. Locomotion, D. Excretion. The correct answer is here locomotion. So the insect legs are mainly used for locomotion. Along with insect leg, see insect body is divided into 3 regions: head, thorax and abdomen. So head is mainly concerned with feeding and sensory perception. But in case of thorax, 2 pairs of wings are there, that is forewing and hind wing, and 3 pairs of legs also there. First pair, second pair, third pair. So, due to the presence of wings that are useful for flight and legs that is useful for locomotion, that is for walking or jumping. That's why we are calling thoracic region as the locomotory part of the insect body. Thorax region is mainly concerned with locomotion in insect. Why? Because there are 3 pairs of legs, that is one pair in pro, another pair in meso, and another pair in metathorax, and 2 pairs of wings are there. But these wings are there only in meso and metathorax. There is no wing in the first thoracic segment, that is the prothorax. So here correct answer is for locomotion. A typical insect leg consisting of how many segments? 3, 4, 5 or 6? See here the typical segments are Coxa, Trochanter, Femur, Tibia, Tarsus. This Tarsus end in Pretarsus. So totally in insect leg 5 main segments are there. Next question. Which is the first segment of an insect leg that attached to the thorax of the insect? Option A, femur. Option B, tibia. C, coxa. D, tarsus. So here correct answer is coxa. So this is the coxa. This is the first segment of the insect leg that is attached to the thoracic region. So like that, three pairs of legs are there. That is one pair in meso, another pair in meta, and another pair in prothorax. But in case of wings, there is no wing in case of prothorax. The longest and strongest segment of insect leg. Which is the longest and strongest segment of the insect leg? So here correct answer is tibia. See the other option: trochanter, femur, pretarsus, coxa. So here option is not given. Correct option is tibia. So that is the longest and strongest segment of insect leg. Then what about femur? This is the largest and stoutest. Largest and stoutest segment of insect leg is femur. It provides power for walking, jumping, and running. Which segment is present between femur and tarsus? Clearly see this image. That is coxa, trochanter, femur, tibia, and tarsus. Your question is, which segment is there between femur and tarsus? So this is the femur and this is the tarsus. Therefore, correct answer is tibia. Tibia is the segment present between femur and tarsus. The terminal claw of an insect leg are present in. Claws are there. These claws are there in femur, tibia, pretarsus, or coxa. The terminal claws of an insect leg are present in pretarsus. See here, this is the tarsus made up of tarsomeres, and its ending in pretarsus that bears a pair of claws and aurolium. Running type of legs are also known as saltatorial legs, cursorial legs, fossorial legs, or natatorial legs. Here correct answer is cursorial legs. These cursorial or running legs are there in cockroach, ants. These saltatorial legs are the jumping legs. There in the hind leg of grasshopper is the saltatorial legs. Jumping type of legs are called option A, saltatorial legs, option B, cursorial legs, fossorial legs, or natatorial legs. Jumping type of legs are also known as saltatorial legs. These are there in grasshopper, that is the hind pair of legs. Legs are modified for digging are cursorial leg, fossorial legs, natatorial legs, or scansorial legs. Here correct answer is Here, correct answer is fossorial legs. These legs are modified for digging, and these legs are there in mole crickets. Swimming type of legs are called Natatorial legs, Saltatorial legs, Raptorial legs, or Ambulatorial legs. Your correct answer is Natatorial legs. These are the swimming legs present in water bugs and water beetles. Legs adapted for catching prey are Fossorial legs, Raptorial legs, Cursorial legs, or Scansorial legs. Your correct answer is the Raptorial legs. These are there in mantids, praying mantids. Honeybee, a worker bee. Honeybee worker possess pollen collecting structure on forelegs, mid-leg, hind legs, or wings. Your correct answer is hind legs. So pollen basket is there on hind leg. The pollen basket of honeybee is called as, that is the carbicula. Legs adapted for clinging are also known as cansorial legs. Legs are there in headlouse. The tarsus is usually divided into small segments called as, so that are the tarsomeres. The basal tarsomere is somewhat larger. We are calling that as basic tarsus. Natatorial legs usually possess thick claws, long hair for swimming, strong digging spine, or pollen basket. Your correct answer is long hair for swimming. Natatorial legs are usually possess long hair for swimming. These are there in water bugs and water beetles. Which part of the insect body bears leg, head, abdomen, thorax, antenna? We already discussed that insect body is divided into head, thorax, and abdomen. In thoracic region, three pairs of legs are there. That is in pro, meso, and metathorax. Your correct answer is the thorax. The adhesive part, the adhesive pad present between the claws is known as aurolium. This aurolium is used for walking on the smooth surface. The antennal cleaning structure in honeybee is present on abdomen, wing, foreleg, or hind leg. Your correct answer is forelegs. Forelegs of honeybee are the antennal cleaning legs. Strong spine used for production and movement are commonly present on Coxa, Trochanter, Tibia, or Pretarsus. Here correct answer is Trochanter. This is the longest and strongest segment of insect leg. Thank you.